Are you tired of spending hours setting up Pro Tools sessions for recording and mixing? You wish there's a way to simplify your process so you can achieve speed and the best sound quality? Well, there is. Building a recording and mixing template could be the key to unlocking your creative potential and taking your music to the next level. In this video, I'll guide you through building my advanced template, which I personally use on a daily basis, that have saved me hours. I would even go ahead and say hundreds of hours of time per year in my mixing and recording process. I'll show you my streamline workflow and how I use it to get 100% efficiency. So stick around to the end to get the results that you want. Welcome to my channel. I'm Macro and I'm honored that you spend some time with me here today. It really means a lot. I'm a mixing engineer and I've done mixes for major record labels. Some include Universal Music Group, Alamo Records, Geffen Records, just to name a few, and I've done mixes for many independent artists. And my goal is to help you streamline your recording and mixing process for fast and consistent results. Speaking of which, if you're looking to streamline your mixing workflow, I've prepared a mixing cheat sheet that outlines my exact process from all the plugins I use, all the settings I use on those plugins, and all my plugin chains that will help you get your mixes where you want them faster. And in just 5 steps, it will get you having a professional sounding song in just 30 minutes, as long as you follow all the steps that I've outlined. All right, now let's jump in and I'll show you exactly how I build an advanced template in Pro Tools. Welcome. I'm going to show you how to make an advanced template, meaning I'm going to show you my workflow when it comes to how I think about signal flow within my Pro Tools template, and how how you can maximize your workflow by basically copying what I'm doing here, following along and building your own. So that's the purpose of this video. Now I'm going to make a bunch of lead tracks here. Let's make 5 lead tracks. Let's make this one stereo, another one stereo, another one stereo. All right. Now we're gonna make a stereo aux. Let's make another stereo aux. Let's make a stereo audio track. Let's make another stereo aux, and let's make one last stereo aux here. And now let's make a master. Master fader. All right, we're gonna stop here for now. So let me walk you through exactly what I did here. This is the window I used to make a bunch of tracks at the same time. So we're gonna do lead 1. Let's do lead 2. Can't type today, huh? All right, so lead 2, lead 3. We're gonna do lead 4, lead 5. We're gonna call this double. You want a stereo 1. So I'll just call it double. This is another stereo audio track. We're gonna call this ad-libs. Let's make 2 double tracks here. You could switch it up if you'd like. We're gonna make this ad-libs. We're gonna make this one ad-libs. Yep. And now we have our first stereo aux. We're gonna call this leads. Now stereo aux. We're gonna call this all vox. not a stereo. Let's call this beat. It's a stereo audio track. Let's call this one all music. This is our auxiliary input. So, all right, and then we're gonna call this all. And now we have a master just for, all right, and create. All right, this is, if you're following along, this is how I like to set my templates up. I'm gonna put mine to the top here. I got the beat. Let's change some colors here. Let's make these, you can make any color you can make it any color you want, but for me, purple is good in this instance. Let's do red for the master. We have the lead track right here. We have all vocals. We have all music right after that. We have all. Let's get rid of this. We don't want this. All right. Then boom. We have the beat track. Let's change the color of the beat track. Make it yellow so it stands out. All right. And then we have our leads. Let's make this green. Let's make this blue. Yeah. We got the 2 double tracks. This is where you're gonna put your harmonies and your layers and stuff. I like to make this a nice bright color. And we have finally our ad-libs. Let's make this lighter. Okay. So you have our ad-lib track here. So now we're gonna go through the routing, meaning we're going to send our audio tracks into, let's change this color here. Let's change this to something different so we know. All right, so we're gonna change all our routing here to correspond with our tracks here. And you would know, let's open this up a little bit so you can see. So you can see the selected tracks that I have here. You can tell which one are auxiliary tracks and audio tracks. And I do, if this is too advanced for you, I do have a version of the template where I do go through the basic version of it, and it's just very, very basic, and it will help you get you started if you're more of a beginner. But if you've had some experience in Pro Tools and you understand signal flow and you understand auxiliary tracks and audio tracks and that kind of stuff and what they do, then this is a video that's perfect for you. All right, so let's keep going. So here is the beat. Let's move this up there. So here's the beat. Now we're gonna send the beat into all music. All right, so that's this right here. We're going to now send the leads into all vocals. All voxes means all vocals. And now we have all these audio tracks here, some stereo, some mono. We're gonna send all of these into our leads. Okay, so we have all these tracks here going into our leads, all right? And now our lead track is going into all vocal. And now we're gonna send all vocal into our all track. And now this is going into all here. Let's rename this. All right, cool. Now we have it going to our all vocal. And now our all vocal is going out 1 and 2, and that's totally fine. All right, and now we're gonna send our music, all music track, selected all music track, and we're gonna send it through all as well. So when it's time to do extra processing, this is where we're gonna do our processing. So I'm just gonna put some comments here so you know. Let's see, processing. All right. So we're gonna do processing here on this track. This is for the beat, that's self-explanatory. This is for all vocals, it's self-explanatory, and it's all music. Anything that's melodic, that's not vocals. So basically that's the beat. Or if you had a bunch of stems for the beat, then you would send all of that through a beat aux, I would recommend, and then send it through all music. So everything that's music go through here. So me personally, I don't use mastering for any type of processing. I just use it for as the master to just monitor my level. All right, so leads. So you have our leads right here. Everything is set. Okay, what's missing? Effects. Now let's make an effects. And I click this one at the bottom because anything I create is gonna go under this track and under the selected track. So let's do an aux track for all right, let's do another aux track here. All right, let's do one more. I can't type right now. All right, and we're gonna call this quarter delay. DLY for short. The next one is 1/8 delay. This one is short verb and long verb. Okay, and it's that simple. You really don't need a lot. Now let's do one more. Let's call this FX aux. All right, and why I have a FX aux here, this is another auxiliary, so it's going to function as one of my, let's make this purple. All right, it's going to function as my FX aux. Let's get rid of this. So you kind of get the point that we do a processing up here. So yeah, this is going to function. You'll see what I do here. So let's send everything to our FX aux. And now let's send our FX aux to all. Okay, so this is what's gonna happen when we mute anything or solo anything. What's gonna happen is that this track is not gonna get soloed. Excuse me, this track is going to get soloed, so we don't hear the effects coming through, especially if we just want to hear maybe the beat, so we can do some processing to the beat. You know, everything is going to solo. So hold on, everything didn't go through here. So let's go through. Boom. So far so good. You got an awesome template. You see how quickly we got this template up and running. And if you want to get a little bit more advanced and a little bit more organized, I like to organize things. I like to send everything to folders. Let's call this Vox. So everything in a Vox is in a folder there. All right, and all the effects. All the effects is in a folder here. See FX. That's it. Boom. And just like that, you gotta organize. You're not looking at a bunch of tracks all the time. But yeah, but if you like it, you could just, you know, right click, open it, right click, open it. This works very good, especially if you have like beat stems and you have like a bunch of tracks. Let's just pretend this beat stems in here, right? And we're just gonna do this just for example. Let's say you got 10 stems in here, right? And then you got all these stems that you're working with for the beat. Then it's like, oh, then you got all your vocals, and then you just scroll in forever, right? So for that, we just send it all to a folder. Just say you finish everything you're gonna do with the beat. Hold on, let's get this to right, send it all to a folder. And we do beat stems. Just like that. Boom, you finish with all the beat, and then boom, you have one thing. So boom, it looks like a 2-track, and then you focus on your vocals. You're done with your vocals, close it up. Boom, you focus on, you know, if you want to tweak that, you close everything up. and now you just focus on your processing, your oil processing. So that's it. This is basically my template. It's very, very simple. You can build this out if you want. You can literally pop in and get it done fairly quickly, and then add whatever plugins you want. This helps me to save me hundreds, if not thousands of hours of just sitting and setting up sessions, and you look professional. Especially, I'm an engineer, I'm a professional engineer, so when I'm working with my clients, I'm professional. But if I'm on a Zoom call with my clients and they look at my session, they can understand exactly what's going on in my session. It's not super confusing to them. So, you know, it's very beautiful, very, very nicely laid out. That's why I rock with Pro Tools a lot. One of the other reasons I rock with Pro Tools, you can lay things out, and, you know, that's that. And that's it, guys. I'm glad you stuck around. Let me know what stood out to you. Let me know what you want to see more of. If you have any questions, make sure you leave a comment below. And remember, this template would only work when you have mixing skills to go along with it. So I've outlined all of my mixing process in 5 steps, 5 simple steps, and it's absolutely free in the description below. So make sure you go ahead and check it out. Thank you for sticking around with me again today. I really appreciate you spending time, and I will see you in the next video.